Yes, 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 yes. Welcome to the stream. I already have a Zoom table up. I wanted to actually, to celebrate, give a shout out, guys, to the followers. As you can see, follow count is 1K, which is a milestone. I was actually planning on playing some 1K, but there was no 1K. Yeah, actually, there is one table 1K. Where two Dutch people are talking about their girlfriends. So yeah, this was basically the only 5-10 table available. I'm not gonna mess around with these guys. So back to the 500L Zoom. I'm in a more of a correct mood. He has 7 deuce. I think I'm bored in general, quite decent for us. I'm just gonna start off with a little 1/3 c-bet. On a turn, I think aces with my exact holdings could check some of the time. But no, actually I think aces. Barrel. I think half pot here is fine. I think even a hand like queens or something could probably still value bet for this sizing. And we get like the prettiest run out ever. So I think all we can do now is rip it in and hope we're not beat. We are not beat. Unless we get slow rolled again, just like a last shadow, which I find unlikely. Slow rolling usually only happens in between friends, I would say. Actually, in hindsight, he went quite big pre. So the pot was actually already a bit bloated. I think actually on the turn, probably a 1/3 barrel would have been fine. Don't really have to split my range. If he would have, for example, opened min, I would have maybe gone to 10. Then on turn, splitting between like half pot and 1/3 would be fine. But actually, I think now I could have just bet 1/3 with range. Actually, better. What to do here? Can I go for a 3-bet? Calls. Okay. Start with a small c-bet. Go. On the turn, I mean, if he has a better hand, we're gonna go broke anyway. So how shall we get the money in? Betting 20% again. And now jamming the river and hope he doesn't have a better hand. That seems like the strategy. And my cam got frozen. But we have a solution to that. Actually, my cam wasn't even working. So I was actually already happy that it managed to work at some point. So don't mind the little lag here. I remember watching you play NL2K, still usually play. I'm in the comeback streets. Been focused mainly on coaching for the last 2 years. Which we are now making available publicly to the world. And then basically slowly I'm starting to play again. I play now, what, 4 hours a week. With all these guys here at the 500L Zoom pool. which has been a lot of fun as the level often is very high, at least the same as 2K. But it's a bit of a cheaper warm-up, I would say. 5s. Gonna go for a C-bet. A little trappy here with the ace-king. Flop an ace. We are enjoying our life. Sure, raise actually. Just gonna throw out a little raise. Little raise here versus Dennis. Let's see what Dennis thinks about my little raise. Okay, just jams it in. Doesn't care. Ace jack. Okay. GG Dennis. Alright, mate. Was a good trap pre-flop. Oh, we have 2 good hands. Guys, poker is being made very easy with all these hands that we're getting. Let's see if we can get action on both tables. That would be nice. Oh, he just shifts it in. Ah! GG. Pocket kings. Ay! Ay! Woo! Oh, poker is such a fun game, guys. Poker is such a fun game. And it's being rewarded by just being handed the money. Or being handed the money. King high board in general quite favorable. Do you use more bet all range flop strategy or a check big bet strategy? More a check big bet strategy, I would say. I'm not really a big fan of range this, range that. We get check raise, which is fine. Oh. He checks. We're blocking a set. Probably do something with this hand. Calls. Ever has the nut flush, right? Raise is a recreation. Oh, will you ever slow play the nut? Basically, the nut flush, or at least in theory, is like the last hand you should check on the turn. So, at least from how I understand it. Then the other table, someone is trying to bluff me of my ace-8, which is not gonna happen. Actually, now I would not prefer to have a 5, but this is more a fact. I just don't think he has a lot of nut flushes. GG, at least he thought about it for quite some time, right? And at least we're gonna snap off a little bluff here. Thank you. He got there. That's so nasty. A7. That's so nasty. What does he put me on, huh? That is the question. I think if... And I had him as a... I thought actually it was a good target because I had him as like a semi-something. But then I really don't really know yet what to make of that guy, basically. And then, actually, let's first sweat this one, right? Oh man, fold ace-9, ace-10. Good boy. because I had him as like a semi something. We can also see that kind of by his hand, right? So he still thinks. He's not like, oh, I have a spade, so I call. So I think bluff versus those type of players would probably work best. They're referring to the Pluribus video on YouTube. Yeah, that one, or in general, the Pluribus review is quite interesting. It indeed teaches you a lot about how poker works and what he's trying to achieve. And it also debusts, like, I remember when we were doing some seminars, that it kind of busts the misconception that GTO is like this boring type of poker. Which you will see, guys, it completely isn't if you leave it up to Pluribus. No, it's not a couple of German bots who are just sitting there like this. I check, I bet, and everything balance frequencies, etc., etc. No, it doesn't really work like that. I'm gonna give this guy some rope here. And basically, we ain't going anywhere, even though an ace would not be a good river. And we're definitely raising the river, I think. Yeah. Yes. 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 Yes, we're definitely. He has us beat, then he has us beat. But I think after him 3-betting, he has us beat. GG. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad strategy, but because basically on the flop you can sort of do everything. I do think you're really limiting yourself though by only. Hey. You're on the stream, my friend. Nice to see you playing poker. Luke wants my money, guys. BIT2EASY wants my money. You missed that Wakko money, didn't you? Fun times at 2K. Yeah, BIT2EASY likes to just grind some 500L zoom to, I think, just warm up his head. Okay, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. Gonna call it an end to the stream. We had fun. I think it was educational as well. We ran good. Don't think I utilized on the run good. So don't think I played that well. Yeah, I think there were quite a lot of hands where basically afterwards I said, okay, I should have done this, should have done that. But you know, sometimes you have those days, like I also noticed my brain didn't really think about the right things. You have those kind of days. Important to strengthen your baseline knowledge, I guess, what you fall back on. For example, take these streams, right? These streams are basically my C game, I would say. Yeah, they're very much my C game. So basically what I'm doing here, this is like the game that I fall back on when I play basically at my worst. Which is good because it will give you less swings, right? Basically, if from here I can only play B game or A game, and this is like the worst it gets, then I'm quite happy about it. So it's very basically when you strengthen your theoretical knowledge, your default knowledge, when you strengthen like some general pool reads that you can always fall back on, basically your worst game will become less worse. So basically in downswings as well, your win rate won't suffer that much. I think that's in general very important. If you experience a lot of variety in how well you play, like big varieties, and maybe also accompanied with like some anxieties, it's probably because the gap between your A game and your C game is a bit big. And I think strengthening your theoretical knowledge is probably a good idea. With that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching, and see you all back Monday. Make sure to check out our Discord, social medias, where we every time post a lot of good things. Newsletter as well. Yeah, that's about it, I think. Thank you all for watching, and good luck at the tables.